the switch to the Marth, he just couldn't deal with Cloud in disadvantage the way that he was hoping to. And by the time he was able to really stop the bleeding and get the Cloud gone, he was already a little bit too far behind, and Ralphie was kind of just running away with it.
Yo, are we seeing a run back on this strip?
So this looks like NickC.
Yeah.
And
That's Ralphie versus NickC. Now, if I remember correctly, Ralphie put Nick into the loser's bracket.
And these are the training partners.
Yep.
Now, double Palu, I see.
Yeah, NickC actually also rocking the Ike as well, so that all of this practice against NickC's, I could have had him prepared for zones. I had no idea NickC even had an Ike until I seen this in Squad Strike.
Ike is pretty solid. I definitely slept on him.
I think a lot of people early on, because of his prior very exploitable defensive options as well as some aggressive options, but now he actually gets reward off of hit, so it's way more pressure to deal with. But this Pichu is going to deal with disadvantage so easy.
Oh, wow.
That was free for Ralphie.
Yeah. Pichu, pretty good character. Pichu, just a lot of speed. I feel like even a lot of people are like, but he can hurt himself. I'm like, that damage is so minimal compared to what you free. Like, he takes like 0.5 from a fair.
Pichu loses out on community hate just because of how adorable he is.
Yeah,
like
that taunt.
Give it time. People are going to figure this character can do filthy things.
Kind of like the jab blocks into F smash. He's just so consistent at getting such strong kills. Not getting the down air. That could have sealed the stock.
Ooh, that was not very good DI right there. Ooh, nice
stall.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, Ralphie, #1 fan of Pichu F tilt.
It's so good. It's frame 5. It's plus on block.
Void said himself, if you're playing Pichu, master how to play F tilt. That's it. Like that, it has so much knockback.
It's 2 frames and it kills.
Ooh. Good stuff by Ralphie to avoid. So, I think it's funny that I feel like Tri-State is going to have the most knowledge on Palutena, considering that there are now like 10 Palutena mains.
Considering, everybody in NY apparently, if you have any type of real estate in NY, you have to main Palutena.
Frozen, Jen,
DeBuzz, Utopian Ray,
Jay, myself.
Yep.
There's Fruit.
Yes, Fruit in New Jersey.
If you're counting Jersey, you also got Nairo.
Yes.
And now we've got Ralphie definitely saying that he's working on a Palu.
Oh, that's right.
Odyssey as well as playing. Yep. We hit double digits.
And that's also counting and extending a bit into your region. We've got Space Mario, Kairos, John Fortnite Kennedy, made Wizzo.
Yeah, they are definitely lingering all over, but at the moment he can't even get to the Palutena because NickC is just having trouble getting walled out by the Cloud.
Again, this Cloud is just the anchor.
I think, honestly, like the way that Ralphie's been playing the Cloud, he really needs to consider ending this character crisis and going back to the tried and true from before.
I like that he's focusing more on multiple characters, however, because like Cloud's really strong, but I feel like Cloud isn't like a solo viable character anymore in this game. Like he could do so much, but it's still, I feel like it's a lot easier to exploit his disadvantage in this game.
And it's also, like we said before, a counterpick meta. As we're seeing just the versatility of multiple characters in this, NickC still having such a hard time getting back. It's just good thing he wasn't.
I thought he was going to go for the
back
reverse climb hazard. I really thought he was about to go crazy.
Trying to style him a little bit.
You're trying to get that Twitch clip.
If he can get rid of this, all of the new Captain Falcon confirms can bring this back very quickly if he could get to that Palutena, but the problem is just getting through. Good reversal of the climb hazard, but doesn't get the kill.
Dash attack is going to bring us into a game 3, though.
Yeah, doing your best to try and get out of the zone, try and reset neutral, but Falcon kick, still a lot of end lag on it. None of them either phase, though. Both of them look like they're having a lot of fun. NickC always has like that murder phase going. It's like, look, I'm going to style on you, and I'm going to zero death you.
Yeah, he knows he has RBF, but he's always chilling. He's actually like super chilling all the time.
I've noticed like it's really nice when you run into people at these events and you have the preemptive assumptions like, man, they're so aggressive. I don't think they're gonna want to talk, and then you talk to them, it's like, oh, you know what? These people are actually really great. It's like it's nice that the Smash community in general still carried over that dysfunctional family wholesome that we had.
Oh, absolutely. Like when you take into consideration the New York, I would say more the NYC family, is like you hear us in a crowd, you see our players, and you're like, these are vile human beings. What are they doing? They talk, and you just get scared, and then it's like, you try to have like a rational conversation with someone, and it's just like a pleasant experience.
Well, you know what? NickC's done with rational conversations as well, because he is very tired of this Pichu from the last game. He is just blitzing Ralphie to oblivion, but that is your jump, and that is a hard time getting back down.
Yeah, going Falcon on point, a little bit dangerous, I would feel, considering Nick's been trying to save this character to anchor, but I actually agree with the idea of him being on point, just because I feel like he's going to be able to run with the momentum better. And I feel like Falcon's going to deal better with Cloud and Palutena.
And he just dealt with the Pichu, which is definitely a much worse matchup compared to, say, the Palutena, like not being able to really box out Pichu, but he did not care. He just blitzed them, and I think that this new momentum that he's carrying into this is going to give him the confidence on these secondaries once the Captain Falcon is actually gone.
That was cute. See, my concern right now is how both of these players are going to use Kalos, because I feel like what we saw in Game 1 was a lot of battling at the ledge. And Stadium's cool for that, but that's more like both of these guys really know what to do with their characters. They know how far they can extend themselves. But this stage adds a whole another layer of complexity to ledge play, because you have a wall to jump on, and you have a platform that hangs over the ledge. So you have more options for coming off the ledge. You have more options for taking stocks.
What an excellent stall in his recovery there, just going as low as he can to get that wall jump, because any other Falcon, well, not any other Falcon, majority of Falcons would have just up B to get back and would have been caught by that side B, but also getting caught by the down air into the that knee is going to put NickC 3 stocks up on 1.
Yeah, we're contractually obligated to not call his forward air a forward air.
Yeah, I actually pulled back. It's like, wait, hold on, no.
Yeah, that's in the rule book.
Single hit of the Nair, not going to get the job done.
Oh, let me get another Nick. Okay, guess we're not allowed.
Yeah, can we get another one? Unfortunately, no. The Rising Fair going to back him off on a little bit of pressure. And
can we talk about what this Falcon's been doing to Ralphie? Because Ralphie's already on his anchor, and Palutena's catching the hands.
You know, he just established the confidence factor. Just to, like, make sure that you have all the momentum going ahead. But it doesn't even matter, because he can't get rid of the first character to begin with.
Game 1 went to Ralphie. And with that Falcon finally out of the way, we're going to go into the Palutena Ditto. Unfortunately, we just lost our resident Palutena, so we can't really get any insight on this. But from what I understand, forward air is the play.
Yeah, actually drop down Nair too, but style on him a little bit. That is such a good option, because you catch people sleeping, recovering. You think, okay, he's too far away for me to be able to punish me at this distance. I'm fine. And then they do something like that, throwing out the Explosive Flame. You can't burn your air dodge in some of those positions. You just die if you do.
Right. I feel like also like off-stage play with Explosive Flame is better than just using it for stage control, because it's a lot more difficult to follow the spark that you see. Because Explosive Flame has a pretty evident tell where it's going to land, and if you're paying attention, you can avoid it fairly well. But off-stage, you don't really have that opportunity. You have to go back to the stage or else you're dying.
It's a great conditioning tool. Just making people feel like they are just not safe at all times while they're recovering is going to allow that really strong Nair from Palutena to do work when they recover low. And I think that's what he was aiming for by doing that, but it didn't even need to follow up on conditioning because he got the Nair anyways.
And going into Game 3 on Pokemon Stadium 2, both players opting to leave their Palutenas on anchor. That's going to be interesting to see.
Ralphie starting off with what he did before, actually with the same lineup with the Inkling Cloud into the Palutena at the back end. And NickC finding tremendous success in that last match, opting to go with the Captain Falcon. It's like, I think the claim was that this stream was Reggie-proof. Am I correct?
Someone said that.
Someone said that, but that is just...
So, Reggie, do you have any comment on that as we go into the second character for Ralphie here in Game 3?
Is this mic live?
Yes.
Oh, man.
It's called the Reggie mic.
That is the player 4 mic, and there's also a special camera just for you.
I didn't know you guys made a special proof room for me, because I just walked in.
Yeah, that is the player 4 factor. Now, what is your insight on what is going on?
Well, they play this like every single day, like at least once a week, truthfully. Multiple characters, so they should know each other. I think Nick usually wins the majority of them, even through like the secondaries. So I'm surprised Ralphie even got the one. Or
well,
kind of surprised.
In that Game 1, NickC actually opted to put Captain Falcon on the back end, and I think all the momentum Ralphie had was just too much for him to stop at that point.
Yeah.
But this time, between the last 2 matches, swapping to the Captain Falcon, Ralphie can't make it stop.
Yeah, though Falcon's known to give blessings out here.
That's dead. That was his jump.
Yo, he's just gone.
Yo, this is what you get for overcommitting on my recovery, NickC. Doing a great job with that reverse edge guard.
All right. I think the Apollo should be able to take this stock. We would not like to see a 3-0.
Yeah, not in game 3. And this has actually been like pretty good games because we've seen how Nick's adapting around Ralphie. And Ralphie running with momentum's always scary, but Nick has just been able to go in guns blazing with his Falcon. His Falcon did a lot more of the work in game 2. And we didn't get a chance to see too much of it in game 1, but I feel like putting Falcon on point is just giving Nick all the opportunity to build up that momentum that he can roll through with his other characters.
It's definitely wants to move. I think.
Oh! Don't!
Well.
Ouch.
Well then,
Ouch.
yeah, no need for momentum, nor do you need to actually have other characters available because the Captain Falcon was just too much.
Look at the smile on that face.
Oh, that gigantic grin. He knows that he just saw
That's a smile you want to protect.
I definitely have a doubles match right now, but I'll hold up brackets.
Yo, how did you playing against Kyoka and La Luna go?
Cyber got beat up.
And you watched?
Like, I tried.
That's rough.
Did you actually try to save, or were you just too
No, I
busy
tried.
watching?
I tried. So I was beating up Kyoku, my daughter. Yeah, parental beatings. And then La Luna's like, yo, let me beat up your homie. And I'm like,
Speaking of